Hi, I'm Jody Benson. I'm going to talk a little bit about my experiences as a social activist and my experiences with First UU. I came to Austin in early 1964, and I was already out then, and I participated in marches against the war, marches for civil rights, marches for women's rights. So when Stonewall happened in the summer of 1969, my memory is that immediately that fall, coming back to campus, there were meetings of the gay community met, and they had endless discussions. There was a particular place. There was a place that was owned by the YMCA, and it was above the drag. It was you went up a little stairway, and it was on Guadalupe Street, and it was a YMCA that had it. And that particular location was where the offices of the RAG were located, and where some other things were located that had to do with the gay community. Well, so we had these meetings then, and after months of doing these meetings, then organizations were formed, one of which was Gay Liberation Front. And I became one of the 5 members of the steering committee for the first steering committee for Gay Liberation Front. So that was my one of the first things I did, sort of officially, as far as the gay liberation, and that was the first thing that I did. Maybe I should say a little bit about what Austin was like at the time, the spirit of the times. The spirit of the times is there was a lot of awareness, and Austin was always a very international city. There was a lot of variety and culture, and so there was a lot of awareness about society and about changes that needed to be made in society. So all that happened in gay liberation happened in the context of that. And my feeling, and the reason why I became interested in it, was that I knew that I was gay. I knew that I was gay early in my life. Everything was underground. It was mostly like parties held in people's houses. There were a few bars around, and that was it. There was no way to connect. And so for me, I just felt like I knew who I was, and for me, the idea to become socially active was sort of, you live free or you die. I was in no way adverse to becoming active and putting it on the line, because I didn't really feel, I guess, in many ways that I had anything left to lose for myself personally. So that wasn't when I began in social activism. So virtually all of my adult life I've been active in many different kinds of liberation, particularly the LGBT community. Gay Liberation Front was active for a long time. They tried to get a student association approved on campus for many years and failed for a long time. I became active in OutYouth, which was an organization that was founded to help LGBTQ youth across the nation. And I was active in OutYouth for a number of years. I was active both as a volunteer to work directly with youth, and also on volunteer on the hotline. And in the mid to late 70s, First UU had women's dances. I can remember the really wonderful, large, probably maybe a couple of 100 or more women would attend these dances. I met a partner at one of these dances. It was that was my first experience really with First UU, and that was back in the 70s. I don't guess First UU was too old at the time. But so I've always known that First UU was a gay-friendly place. But I guess after my failure to get a more like congregation going through the Presbyterian Church, which was what I was raised, I for many years couldn't walk into any organized church of any kind. I think a lot of times congregations are eager to see you if you have money to give, or if you fit. You might have been tolerated, but I want to be a whole lot more than tolerated at this point. I want to be accepted completely. And I think it's first of you, no matter who you are, that you can be accepted as long as you're accepting of others. I'm interested in questions like forgiveness, love, social justice, social equality, and I think First UU is very concerned. I think there's a community in which I can explore themes like that, find some other people with ideas, have some dialogue with people about, and learn some more things myself. So, yeah, I mean, I feel at home. It's sort of like Austin is a place that is a city that I probably love more than any place else in the world. It's the place I want to die. And I think maybe First UU will be my spiritual home until I die. I'm hoping it will be anyway.